All right, let's get this party started. Welcome to MIT FutureMakers 2025 Create-a-Thon finale. I'm Taniya Mishra, founder and CEO of SureStart, and one of the program leads for MIT FutureMakers 2025. FutureMakers is a wonderful AI learning opportunity, learning about AI, machine learning, data science, app development, and so much more, brought to students from across this country by MIT Raise. This year's FutureMakers are high school and early college students from 20 different states and Puerto Rico. And I believe our cohort is more than 55% female. So whoop whoop. Um, our students have spent 5.5 weeks working, as I said earlier, 4 hours each day, more than 20 hours a week sometimes, taken together 90 plus hours to be where they are today, building up their AI and machine learning skills, data science and app development skills, while also building power skills, or call it durable skills, like communication, collaboration, problem solving, problem identification, leadership, innovation, right? So students, as you're listening to this, I want you to think about this. 90 hours, that is roughly the amount of time that you have in a semester in your schools and colleges to, go through one semester worth of material. And you did all of that in less than 6 weeks. In the summer, when most of your friends are probably outside doing something else, you decided to use that time to invest in yourself, to learn what to learn about a technology, about approaches that are going to really set you up to be future ready, to take on the opportunities and the challenges that the future presents to us. So well done, everyone. But to give all of us a sense of what these 90 hours entailed, let me share screen and share with you a presentation that the team has put together. All right. So what has it taken for all of us, for all of you, really, students, to, get here where you are today? During these 90 hours, you have built 21 mobile apps, if you're in the mobile app development track, 13 deep notebooks, if you're in the data in action track, 9 deep notebooks, and learning about Google Cloud deployment, which is very much a production level skill in the deep learning track. And to do all of this, you have been supported by almost 400 mentor meetings, 378. And this doesn't even include the mentor meetings that you've had one-on-one when you've needed help, the many that you have probably had in the last 2 weeks as you have prepared for your capstone presentations, with 18 technical mentors who are undergraduate and graduate students from universities across this country. You have gotten advice from 20 plus hours of advice from 12 industry and education experts. And you have shared more than 5,000 Discord messages with each other in less than 6 weeks. Yep, you've done that. And we've done the math. But the outcome of this is so much individual learning, and brought together with 14 innovative, impactful capstone projects that we have been privileged and lucky to learn about today. So today, in this venue, as well as in the Data in Action Symposium that just got concluded, we are a witness to your hard work, your enthusiasm for learning, and brilliant, impactful ideas. So I want to hand the floor over to you, to the 6 team finalists that have cleared round 1 of the Create-a-Thon and are now in the finale. But before we do that, I would like to invite Jeff Freilich, my colleague from MIT, to share with us a short student showcase featuring students from an in-person FutureMakers program that is happening in Kentucky right now. So over
Hi,
to you.
everybody. Hi, my name is Jeff Freilich. I'm program lead for MIT Raise. Along with my colleagues at SureStart, I'm one of the champions of MIT FutureMakers, which this summer is celebrating its 5th consecutive year. So be happy. This is amazing. I'm also super mentor for the mobile apps track using App Inventor. And this year, thanks to a grant from google.org, we had the opportunity to work with the Floyd County School of Innovation in Martin, Kentucky, and some fabulous high school students, one of whom, Caleb, couldn't attend this presentation because he had to go to work. But the other 4 FCSI students are here to present their project. The inspiration for doing this project on site at the University of Pikeville comes from the work of Professor Byron Mead and his undergraduate research student, Ivan Wheeling. These high school students took Professor Mead's ideas of growing mushrooms for food in abandoned coal mines, repurposing them as one solution to the lack of arable land in this part of Appalachia. I got to work with 5 talented students over the past week here in Pikeville, and I'm going to let them tell you the story of their work this week.
Hello, my name is Heather Ross. I was the project manager. I'm going to be an upcoming sophomore this year at Taniya School of Innovation. Everybody here is from Taniya.
My name is Nick Trimble. I'm an upcoming senior at the School of Innovation.
My name is Reese Chapins. I am an upcoming junior at the Floyd County School of Innovation. My name is Ethan Gibson. I'm an upcoming junior at the School of Innovation.
Here in Eastern Kentucky, we're completely surrounded by mountains, and there's really no flat land for growing any crops or any type of agriculture. And Pikeville, specifically where we are, there was a big the largest land moving project in the Earth's history to clear out land for part of the town and roads entering the town. And there, like I said, not really much flat land for growing anything. So things like the Babylon allow us to grow crops nearby and local.
So we modified a UPike research unit, the Babylon unit, to add 3 microbits. And all of these microbits are reading sensors that we placed around the Babylon. We have light, humidity, temperature. We have pH for the water, total dissolved solids. And all of this is sending data over to we have an Arduino here. All of it's sending data to the Arduino. The Arduino can also control 2 relays we have over here to turn on the lights and the water pumps for the Babylon. A little bit more on the Arduino here. Just for reference, these cords don't actually go to the microbits. These just go to the relays because they cannot be Bluetooth, of course. Anyway, their Arduino will send data over to our app that we made at MIC App Inventor through Bluetooth as well, which, just for reference, has these graphs here of a bunch of the different sensors we have monitoring, including our calculated VPD. And this is just for like a quick reference. Like if you're in the room and you immediately want to know what's like the past 10 seconds of data, just so you can kind of get a grasp of what's been happening recently. And if we scroll a little bit up, we can see we have monitoring the water pumps, monitoring the lights. You can see them working here. And we also have this button where we have an AI that will read the data from the spreadsheet that we write to occasionally, and it will determine on its own what it wants to do, depending on the plan. Like it just decided it wants to turn on the pumps and water, or the pumps and lights. And just for reference, we just have microgreen lettuce in here because we didn't have time for mushrooms, but we could modify this unit to support mushrooms like we originally intended.
Thanks to the University of Pikeville, we were able to use the Babylon here, but within our own school, at the School of Innovation, we have a smaller model, just growing a few plants at a time. Luckily, we were able to use this to get there.
UPOC is using abandoned coal mines to grow mushrooms in for all sorts of reasons like food and healthcare. We were originally, as they were saying, planning to use these for mushrooms, but we could use all the sensors to hook up to the mushrooms in the mines. So we don't have to worry about, well, is this happening or is this happening? Because we'll know what's happening, and you shouldn't need to use any kind of personnel to enter the mines at risk?
A study was done and showed that AI was actually 90% accurate compared to 74% accuracy in humans when making judgment on decisions when with water and light and things like that with plants.
Nobody else. So once full intervention, because I forgot something. This is important detail, but we have it where we have it all for the demo, but for actual, we have a program. But instead of just having a button for the AI, it will be handled fully autonomously every however long you want, but we have 5 minutes. And it will check the spreadsheet every 5 minutes. Or every time the spreadsheet is updated, just update it in 5 minutes. And that will allow you to pretty much, as long as everything goes smoothly and nothing goes catastrophically wrong, then it'll be fully autonomous and will require no human intervention, which is the nice part.
And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, students, FutureMakers in Kentucky. Amazing. I don't know if you can see the chat, but it's absolutely blowing up. Everyone is just amazed and inspired by what you've done. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to see your work. Well, with that, I will like to take a few minutes to welcome our awesome panel of judges who have joined us for the Create-a-Thon finale. And I'll also share with you how we will spend the next 2 hours. So our esteemed judges today are Hannah Adeyama, Director, Immersive Program Innovation at MIT Open Learning, Richard Kubina Jr., Director of Research at Central Reach and Professor of Special Education at Penn State University, Survi Kial, Applied Research Scientist at Meta AI, Coretta Martin, co-founder and CSO of IEP and Me, Natalie Lau, CEO and Executive Director at the App Inventor Foundation, and Michael Filiski, VP, Product and Program at GSV Ventures. Thank you, judges, for taking the time to join us today and for agreeing to do what I'm sure is going to be a really difficult job of having to decide which of these amazing teams that present to you are going to be at the top of the leaderboard. It is going to be tough, tough work.